You have fucking spoiled me.
Why?
Because I love this head strap.
Oh,
It's so much
well,
more
I mean, I
comfortable.
wasn't using it.
You couldn't. Neither of us own a headset that it fits.
What do I do now?
Wait, the Shoemaker
you
Levy
don't?
comet collided with Jupiter?
Oh, okay.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. So, welcome to episode 38 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Today we're talking about what's up. What's up in the world, in the news, in your
Mental
life.
state.
So, we're going to start off talking about the VR chat, like updates coming to VR chat and things like that. There was a VR chat creator update or dev update, whatever you want to call it, today, and I am excited. For one, apparently VR Chat's doing a music festival with some of the VR Chat devs and staff team DJing it. So that's pretty cool. They updated the roadmap, and that got me freaking excited because world persistence is in progress. Or it's not in progress, it's in open closed beta.
What is that?
So, you know how when you join into this world, you have to change the settings every time you join? And that goes for pretty much every world in VR chat currently.
As in settings that the world itself has?
Yes. So, like,
Okay.
the menu that I built in here, you have to change the settings on that every time you join. Persistence would mean that you join once, you set your settings, you don't have to do anything, you can leave the world and come back, and the settings are still saved. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It'd be
Another
useful.
thing
I'm
Maybe
excited
take
for.
chairs off so I don't accidentally snap onto one.
Yeah, we won't have to worry about it. Everything will just match. Here's another really fun thing that I didn't hear about until just a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
A new character controller for VR Chat Worlds. What that means and what they're adding is awesome. So you know how now if you're in a world that's got like flying machines or there's a platform that moves, you have to keep following it, like running with it or be on a seat on it, right?
Yeah.
Not anymore. You can stand on a moving platform and you'll just move right with it.
Neat.
Currently, some worlds have done some fucky-wucky shit with Udon and scripted it so that every second you check, is it below me? Move back to where you were, and it's really jank and stuttery and jagged. That won't happen anymore.
Okay.
Another thing, now, think if you go to a world with a big hammer, like a big bonk hammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I swing that at you, it does nothing. It just goes through your body. It wouldn't be fucking cool if I swing it at you and you go, whee, fly it off. That's going to be possible because they're allowing collision with avatars. And allowing those colliders to push you. So like if I made the walls suddenly start moving, we would get pushed with them instead of just getting stuck in the wall. So that's really cool stuff.
I'm
Also a
already
lot more
imagining the amount
granular.
of, like Gmod ragdolling.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh man. So that's the one really big thing I'm excited for. And they're also exposing a lot more built-in functions to Udon, allowing me and other programmers to do more fun shit. That'll be awesome. That's mostly it for the roadmap, for what's coming next, coming soon there. They're also now enforcing the avatar limit size for the download and memory, so that people can't come into a world and have a fucking 10 gig avatar file that takes an hour to download.
What are they enforcing the limit to?
Something that like barely any avatars exceed. It's I don't remember exactly what the limit is anymore. Let me pull it up.
I
here.
got you.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead.
Avatar size enforcement. The limits are for the platform on PC. The download size is 200 megabytes and uncompressed is 500. But on PC before August 16th, it would be 500 megabytes and uncompressed would be 1.2 gigs.
So that would mean if you
I
had
fall
16
well
gigs of
into that
RAM.
category.
Yeah. So what the uncompressed size means is, if you have, like, let's say 32 gigs of RAM and only 16 usable for VR chat because everything else is being used by Steam and all that shit. So you have 16 gigs available. You would only be able to see about 16 avatars at the max uncompressed size,
Okay.
compared to 32 now. It's literally doubled. No, not even doubled. It's way more than doubled. Okay. Yeah, it's like 100 avatars. So them doing that should allow them to increase the world capacity again, like they did a few years ago. We might see world instances with 150 people in them soon.
It
Sounds
says
like
right
a
here.
really chaotic night.
It says right here, the final step of the plan will roll out on November 1st. On or around that day, we will change it so avatars over the size limit will no longer load in VR chat, even if they were uploaded before the limits were in place.
Yeah, so right now the only avatars that can be bypass that limit had to have already been uploaded. That they're just basically giving a few more months for anyone that has an avatar that is
To make
past that
adjustments.
limit. Yeah, to re-upload their avatar and fix it and not be outrageously massive.
Still sounds like I'm gonna have to upgrade my rig.
No, because this is lowering the maximum that a single avatar can use on your system, so that you can see more avatars with the same power that you currently have.
We'll have to see then.
Okay, so they also released the update last week that made my hands all funky.
It also made mine sticky for a little bit. That has since been fixed on my end.
Not on my end.
I literally had to go in and add an override. So,
Oh yeah. So there's now a VRChat wiki, which is community editable. So like, if you make a world and you want to list it on the wiki, you can put details of it. I was looking at that a little bit, and it looks like there's a pretty good amount of like game worlds that are putting themselves on there with information
I
on it.
guarantee you somewhere on that wiki they're talking about Konagang or Uganda Knuckles. Mark my words.
Yes, Uganda's on there, I think. But that wiki is not for like users of VR chat to be talked about. It's things in VR chat. So like making avatars, navigating menus, worlds, things like
Yeah,
that.
just like the ins and outs of VR chat, not necessarily the people.
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, kind of like a technical user guide.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
this is something that I'm also really, really excited for. Eddie, do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind?
Eddie's excited too.
Do you mind? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I know you're a cute boy, but do you fucking mind? Yeah.
See, the thing is,
Okay,
we won't
anyway.
know Eddie's in the room until you say something. My boy just won't shut the fuck up.
So,
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I'm pretty sure what this next section is talking about is something that currently technically allows people to crash your game using an avatar. So avatar self-destruction. There's on particle systems in VRChat, there's options to have whatever the particle collides with cease to exist. Meaning if they make that particle collide with your user, your VRChat's gonna freak the fuck out and be like, "Where'd he go? I don't know what happened." Close.
Yeah.
So things like that are being removed. They're disallowing that.
Didn't they happen to you a couple times?
Yeah, I've been hit with some interesting crashers over the days. They're adding a bunch of those, and that is pretty much it for today's VRChat developer update. So I think that's all pretty well self-explanatory, pretty simple. So is there any like world news that anyone's been hearing about?
If it has anything to do with politics, I am a blank fucking book.
I don't want to talk about politics, so.
Good. Because I wouldn't
Now,
even
I
know
do
where to
know,
start.
well, a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago, there was the massive outage of Microsoft systems, causing the grounding of basically all planes in the country, or around the world, actually,
Yeah.
We never really
because
did talk
all of their
about that, did we?
navigational equipment went out. And that was a fun time. Didn't affect me and my job because we don't use Windows. I use Linux for everything.
I didn't get hit by anything.
Then, what's some other news? Let me just Google. Tech news. See if there's
It's
anything.
not really technical, but it was my birthday yesterday.
Yeah, no one cares
Burf,
about that.
So be.
What's
Don't
that?
you dare say I don't care. I will give someone a birth wish.
Okay, I can't find any tech news at the moment, so I guess I can't. I knew there was something that I was wanting to talk about related to that, but I forgot it. So
Do you not have access to the Google Drive?
oh my god.
Hello?
Okay, this is funny. I do, but that's not tech news. So I just went on r/tech news on Reddit. So the top one is hilarious.
Your first mistake.
Kentucky prison inmates hacked state-issued computer tablets to digitally create $1 million. They bought expensive email and video visits with loved ones, along with games, music, and movies. That's hilarious.
Is that why I keep getting calls from the fucking prison system?
Oh man. Oh, speaking of that, of calls, let me go into my DMs with my sister real quick, because
I'll go ahead and add more context to
had-
my thing, because I keep getting calls from somebody in prison looking for someone named Chastity Jones. I'm not doxing anyone. There's a bunch of people out there for that. But it's like, I've had this number for 3 years. Either this person it just does not exist, or they're in hiding.
huh.
Either
Okay,
way,
so
I made it
here's-
clear that they do not have this number, and people are still calling for her.
Oh, it looks like Vampy's joining us today. So I got a call yesterday. A random number has called me like 3 days in a row now. And it's, hi, I'm blah, blah from some company. You still owe about $100,000 on your house in Wisconsin, right? I'm like, you're a robot, aren't you? It then immediately says, I will put you on our do not call list. Have a nice day. And then it called me
Yeah.
again an hour later.
Those do not call lists are bullshit.
I've never had an automated robot that's trying to sound like a real person and acting like a real person, giving, like, I hate the ones where you get the call and they're like, hi, I'm some name that's like super basic from this company, waits for you to reply and then starts talking to you about something. And you can tell it's a fucking robot, but it's trying to act like a human so that you're nice
they
to
do.
it. And I literally just said, you're a robot, aren't you? And it just puts me on the do not call list because I said that. It was fucking
I'm still getting
hilarious.
calls from multiple bots about loan forgiveness, even though I don't have a single loan to my name.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I get that. I get emails like about, do you want to forgive your student loans? I never went
wish
to
it was
fucking
just
college. Fuck
emails.
that
Ooh.
shit.
So there's
I wish
one
it was
thing that's not super like new,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not super new. But apparently Intel is now making GPUs.
They are.
Oh god.
Yeah. And from what I've been hearing, they're not actually that bad. They're almost better for the price than Nvidia, but a lot less powerful. But they're not trying to make a powerful GPU yet. They're just trying to
It's
make.
baby's first gaming PC.
They're making a dedicated GPU that's not really meant for gaming at all. At least from what I understand about it, they're making like office computers basically.
Well, they've been doing that for
So
a
like
while.
workstations instead. Well, they're doing that, but they're making dedicated GPUs, so it's got a little more GPU power than if you just had the CPU with integrated graphics. So that's actually a really cool thing.
Well, as long as it's an improvement over their original graphics card, because I used to have one. Their integrated
my
stuff,
God.
and it was awful.
Oh,
What brand was it?
Integrated Intel.
It was,
Oh,
yeah. As for the,
The
actual
integrated
laptop,
CPUs.
I think it was
or
Lenovo.
GPUs.
I was gonna say, do y'all use AMD?
No.
I have an AMD GPU, and I prefer AMD for price and power. The only thing I have NVIDIA for is for streaming and AI.
Shoehorn that in.
Now, I also just heard that there's some guy that built a laptop using only desktop components. So instead of having a lower, like, you know, if you get an RX, a fucking NVIDIA like 3060 in a laptop versus in a desktop, the laptop is going to be a hell of a lot weaker than the desktop, even though it's the exact same GPU chip. They underclock it and lower it way down because of whatever reasons. This guy was just like, nah, I'm going to take the GPU, the CPU, the motherboard, everything from a regular desktop computer, pack it into the size of a laptop that's thick.
Let's boldly go where no nerd has gone before.
And it works. It's like
It'd
the
just
most
be a
powerful
brick.
laptop in the world. It's
Fucking
from what I
Christ.
was seeing, it's not actually that big. It's only like 2 inches thick, like
Holy
2.5
shit.
if you have the lid closed. Now that's pretty fucking thin when it comes to doing all of that. Like he made custom heat pipes
Whoa.
and everything.
Okay, yeah, because an old Toshiba laptop I used to have was about 2 to 3 inches thick, and that was a gaming
Yeah,
laptop.
Laptops used to be 3 to 4 inches thick, And that's some crazy shit.
I was always told never to get a gaming laptop. That's just a waste of money.
So I got a
If you're
gaming
not
laptop
planning on
for
swapping
DJing.
out parts, then it
I-
is.
I got a gaming laptop for DJing because I need it to be mobile and I need it to be powerful. And I also need it to be able to do other things. If I like go travel somewhere, I need to take a laptop with me in case work calls and says, hey, something's up, gotta help with it. So I can travel the world. And as long as I have that laptop with me, I can work.
It's mostly a cash sink if you don't plan on upgrading in the next like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So if you are building a system that does not need to be mobile, build a desktop. If you're building a system that needs to be mobile, well, obviously you need to get a laptop because building a desktop is a bit of a waste.
Or do what that guy did.
Yeah, that would be another way to do it. That's somewhere in between. But
Behold, we found the beyond section.
now that I have this new laptop and I've been working with it, DJing for like 2 months or a month and a half now with it, I decided to start working on some really fun shit. I spent more money. I bought some cables because that's all I needed for what I'm doing. So when I went on my lunch break yesterday, went to the mailbox, grabbed the cable out of the mailbox, came home, brought some of my DJ lights inside, and started having a fucking disco party that is running from my laptop. The laptop is controlling the lights based on the audio and settings that I gave it, instead of, most lights have a microphone on them and you can just set them and they'll listen to whatever happens around them, including people hitting a hammer on a fucking wall. I wanted to up my fucking lighting game and make it more standard and awesome looking. And I did. I've been spending a lot of time programming lights. And I have all the lights sitting on the floor next to me right now.
Your next step up is every holiday you
I'm gonna
hang
need to
lights
shut
on
up
your
my phone,
house
hold on.
and you just start using them to play songs.
God, don't give me any ideas.
You know what? Well, Halloween this year.
I have-
if
I
I'm
have
not
a relative
DJing
who
somewhere
does
on
that.
Halloween,
It's
I
me.
am
I'm sorry,
pulling
my
the
phone.
speakers out and setting up spooky music on the
What day
patio.
is Halloween?
Yeah, do it
Yeah,
for
what day of the
Halloween,
week is
do it for
Halloween this year?
Christmas.
I'm checking.
Well, I can't really do that for Christmas.
It's on a
the only reason
Thursday.
I'm going to do it for
Hey.
Halloween.
It's on a
Perfect.
Thursday this year.
In her room.
Perfect. So after podcast, well, I already know what we're going to talk about for that podcast.
Horror movies?
If
Spooky,
we
scary
have
skeletons.
that podcast, because if I end up DJing somewhere, if I end up DJing somewhere, it's going to be the Friday after, I'm betting.
I have a feeling
So,
that we're just
you know
we're gonna all argue with each other about what franchise is the best franchise.
No. You two are going to argue about which is the best
Yeah.
franchise.
You two always
Anyway,
seem to get into the.
I mean, I could do that right
So-
now, but I'm not gonna.
Don't you
So
fucking
what
dare.
are all of you guys up to? I've been doing a lot of talking here. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing?
Slowly losing my mind for those little things you bought.
Oh yeah, okay, yep. You want to tell them about those?
Yeah,
I'm
so
curious.
while I was gone at my parents' house, Turtle decided to buy 3 little gadgets just for me. And he hid them around the
What
house.
kind of gadgets?
Noisemakers.
Oh,
Little
God.
tiny cricket noisemakers.
Best $15 I've spent in a long time.
And he decided last night that he was going to be funny and throw one into my room. Which thankfully I found after it kept me up for an hour.
Such a
Oh,
cock.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
makes me just think.
We were both drunk. He opens his door like, whoop. He's like, you
No
fucking
shit,
asshole.
you were drunk, Turtle. This isn't something you would do sober.
He's right on. He's got you on that one.
I chucked
Thank you.
2 of them into his room. One of them hit the ceiling and hit the floor right below it. The other one like disappeared behind some shit. I guess I don't know where he found it, but it was gone.
It was behind the desk.
Oh,
I don't know how
Is it one of
it
the-
landed back there.
Is it one of those ones where you can program exactly what sound it makes?
It has a
Yes.
selection of like 6
Kind
different
of.
sounds.
But it doesn't have ones where you can like upload it to the actual. I've seen those; they're on the
No.
market. But
No, I only
thought I
spent
was
like
beating the
15 bucks
crap
on
out of
these.
something,
They,
which is
they
how
were
I was
super
paying.
cheap.
by the
okay.
way, so I'll
Yeah, I
be
was
right
talking like the more. I was thinking more than
Okay,
that.
have fun with that stuff.
So, Circuitry, what have you been up to?
Honestly, I'm just wanting to get through this week and next week so I can have my 3-day weekend. Labor Day is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot
And,
I think I get a day off too.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know if
federal
I get a day
holiday.
off. I probably don't. Well, it's on Monday, so I'm not sure if I will get a day off. I already have.
Yeah, it's
my
September
Mondays off.
2nd.
My Mondays are always
But,
off. So
I don't know.
know if I get-
I don't know. I kind of mentioned it to you privately, but I don't want to bring it up.
well,
So, Vampy,
You
what have
don't
you
know.
been up to?
losing weight, switching my diet up a bit more again. Drinking lots of tea. Playing Crime Scene Cleaner, with one map being fucking Sobe's worst nightmare. The house literally was a double murder suicide one because it was a smart house. Someone decided to hack it because they wanted the house.
Oh my god.
And
Vampy,
the
it's been
woman,
like-
the mother was insane.
It's been like 5 episodes since you've been on the podcast. Where the fuck have you been? Seriously.
Well, at first it was sleep schedule fucking me up. Then last week I would have joined, but then it was like pickup lines. I have no experience with that shit at all.
Yeah, but mainly we were just doing dad jokes. I did dad jokes all night.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And you missed
go
me. I was in
based off of
VR
the
last week.
subject. Oh jeez. I
Yeah,
still have yet to get all of my PC parts. Because
Damn.
I'm a lazy sucker. To build my new.
Damn.
Well, it also it's just so much money, and having to save up that and wanting to save up in general sucks.
Check it in the chat. Wasn't it flirting lines? No, it was pickup lines.
Yeah.
It was pickup lines last week. It was
Okay,
fun.
so
Oh, we're
Okay.
talking about.
what's the difference
Yeah, no,
between a
Vampy-
pickup line and a
I've been.
flirting
Show
line?
up.
About where I've been. I mean,
It's the
last
same
week I
thing.
did-
It's
amount of
just
alcohol in
they
your system?
called it. They just called it a different thing. Flirting
Okay.
is doing anything that's like flirty and like ooh, showing interest in them. A pickup line is a single line that's that should be meant to be funny or cringy, I guess, if you go that way. Anyway, we talked about all that last week. We're not talking about that anymore because we're gonna drive Vampy away.
it's my fucking holy water. Keep it away. Keep it away.
Okay, the topic on hand is what's up, and I'll go ahead and say the sky. So what's up with that?
That's Turtle.
You
He's the
know,
one who
I
made the world.
actually saw a thing today that was really interesting. Because we think of gravity as pulling us down, we always think that if you drop something, it goes down. But if we remove that perspective and instead put ourselves upside down and look up at the sky could be down. And the only thing holding us from falling into an empty abyss is gravity.
You do know that gravity's still just a theory. It's not confirmed, right?
Oh god, here we go.
Okay. Literally
Scientific-
everything is a theory if you want to go like that. Everything is
I've
a
got
theory
room over
because
here,
you
Vampy.
cannot
Well, yeah.
concretely 100% prove that there is not one tiny detail that you got wrong. So everything's a theory. 1 + 1 = 2 is technically a theory.
Okay, do you think we're wearing magnetic feet somehow?
No, I'm just saying that right now. Actually, according to PubMed, it is not PubMed, Science Journal or whatever. I can't remember exactly which article it was, but yeah,
Like I just
gravity
said,
is still a theory.
Like I just said, literally everything
gravity
is a
theory.
theory until you can prove 100%, not 99.9%, 100% that there is nothing that goes against the theory. Then it becomes, what the fuck do they call it when it becomes a proof? Then it becomes a proof. So in math,
Yeah, it becomes a proof.
there are
yeah.
theories that are like this set of numbers or this number divided by this number. You know, there's a theory that pi is infinite. That's a theory. We think pi is infinite and never repeats. There's no proof. We can't prove it. It is impossible to prove.
No, I'm pretty sure you only get one pie when you buy it.
So you
God damn it.
saying that that gravity is just a theory. It's a theory that has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. It's that 99.9% proven, but there's just that 0.1% chance that one little detail of it is wrong, so it has to be considered a theory still,
Whoa.
because science is proof-based and not, well, we haven't found anything against it, so this must be true.
More about where I've been.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm just telling you what the journals say.
We're trying to
I'm
get back
not
to
saying
the
that gravity
Yeah, that's-
doesn't exist.
That's such bullshit. I hate that they're putting it like that, unless unless they're writing a whole article about, like, hey, technically nothing is proven until it cannot be disproven by literally everything possible in the world. So yeah, that
Hey, first off,
All right.
I don't agree with those. I don't agree with the white lab coat jackoffs anyway, because they say Pluto's not a planet. I say fuck you. My curriculum when I was in school was that there were 9 planets in our
Based-
solar system, not 8.
based on how we define a planet, it is not. And every time we try to, we actually learned a lot more about Pluto over time. And, you know, initially it matched our definition of a planet. Then we noticed, hey, that's actually a hell of a lot smaller than we thought it was. Holy shit, it's even smaller than we thought it was. Holy
Before
shit,
we
it's
get
even
too deep
smaller
into
than
the
we thought it
science
was.
talk.
And it's crossing other planets' things, orbits.
Orbit.
So it
Yeah.
no
All right.
longer fit the definition of a planet. And we didn't change the definition of a planet. We just learned more about Pluto. Pluto is almost a planet by our
All right.
same definitions. Almost.
Can we get back to Vampy now, please? He was trying to talk before he got blindsided by a gravity well.
Well, I was thinking maybe we
Yep.
should move on to games at this point.
I got one thing I want to say, because I was learning something new recently. According to what we understand about black holes, a black hole is basically guaranteed to allow you to cross over into another universe. It is so close to fact that the multiverse exists. It is crazy. Just due to how gravity functions and how light functions. Those two things have, when put together, basically prove that you can travel to other universes.
Now, I've done a lot of research into black holes, so if you want, we can do scientific stuff next week.
Fuck yeah, we can talk science next week. I'm down.
Oh, finally! I love this.
Great. Now back to the man himself, who's been gone for.
Well, I was asking you guys,
Start your
what are
animal-
you guys up to? What games are you playing? What you doing? You got games on your phone?
And he was about to get started until y'all started with your lab coat talk.
Sid, as I said,
Oh,
I've been doing
baby,
crime
I was
scene
going to tell
cleanup.
you. You should. I think you might enjoy this short game. It is the Ware Cleaner. It's a short game. Takes like an hour to play, but it's fucking hilarious. It's the Ware Cleaner, like werewolf cleaner, Ware Cleaner.
Okay.
What's that one where you have to clean up dead bodies? What's that one called?
Crime scene cleaner is what you're talking about.
No,
I've cleaned up
yeah.
dead bodies and shit. I've been,
Viscera
You go
Mobile
play that.
fun.
I've been having fun, and that's why I referenced Sobi's situation, because the smart house actually is a situation that Sobi would hate, because there are little speakers everywhere, causing the woman to go nuts.
No, the reason I brought that up is it would be funny if he had one of those small little speakers that he couldn't find in his room, and it's just the sound of a girl constantly moaning, nonstop for like 10 hours straight.
Oh yeah. That would be
Imagine
great.
trying to sleep with that.
I would
That's a
sleep
whole
in my
other
car at
reason to
that
stay
point.
awake.
Finds a puddle of ectoplasm somewhere, but it's not ectoplasm.
It's like nuclear waste.
Oh, geez.
Sure.
Another thing I've looked at recently, it won't be out for like until next week, but Dead by Daylight is introducing Castlevania, the first vampire and actually transforming killer. It should be fun. I've enjoyed seeing some spoilers so far. Because public test builds, you know.
Eddie, do you mind?
Can't do that.
Yes, he
Why
does.
couldn't they just release it and let us go nuts?
Stop staring at me like that, you
Thinking
cute
that'd
boy.
be 3 times
Oh my
you
God.
mentioned him.
Oh my God, really? Really? Oh my God. You are such
Oh.
a cute boy. Yes.
Stealth
Give
Yeah,
the
you are
boy
so
his
cute.
head scratches.
You
yes.
are so cute.
is
He doesn't want head scratches, he wants cuddles.
Is he what?
Oh my God, Eddie.
Up for 7 days tonight.
He is unfortunately
I do want
working until potentially midnight tonight, so odds are no. Or at least not until he gets back, because I know
Okay.
your ass is up until like 4 usually.
What other
Yeah.
interesting things could we talk about? We
Sex.
don't talk about Bruno.
I introduced games, so games you. Oh, there's one I like, but it's a 18+ one. It's called Vampire Mansion.
Vampy.
It's a
Oh.
fun, chill game.
No.
Here's an interesting fact about Twitch. Apparently, they are going to start increasing the subscription price from apps, I guess. So, like from
Yeah.
Google Play or
I remember getting an
or
email
mobile
about
phones.
that.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you know, they're doing that to cover their own costs that they incur when they allow purchases to be made through apps. So, if you want to save money and subscribe to a Twitch channel, just do it on the website. You can even do it on your phone. Just load up the website, log in, buy your subscription. The streamer gets the same out of it as they would if you bought it through the app, and you save a couple bucks.
Or just wait until you get
The only-
home.
Well, if a lot of people don't have phone or don't have computers that they can access, so they never actually realize that they have to pay more for things because they're buying it through an app on their phone.
They live near libraries. They can figure it out.
So, like, hint, hint. Anyone wanna sub? Anyway,
Dragon, I see you in chat. Sub.
become my sub. Ooh.
No.
Did you know you get a free sub if you sign up for?
You get a free 12-inch sub. For all the ladies out there.
If someone is that short, I think there's some problems. I mean, this is
Who's
VR
talking
chat,
about
so
height?
you, oh my god,
Who's
hang on,
talking about
hang on,
height with 12 inches,
Hang on.
huh?
hang on. In VR chat, you can have a 12-inch sub.
Oh my fucking god.
It's called Subway.
Eat flesh? Yeah, but you know, okay, here's another thing. I keep seeing, I saw some news about Subway calling an emergency meeting with all of their franchisees because their profits are tanking. And every single time I see this, the comment is, oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because a $5 footlong is now $12.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's also because certain franchisees are secretly upping the price on even those.
Well, them upping the price wouldn't cause profits to go down, but for just that franchise.
It is if it's doing it every month. And that's what some of these franchises are getting in trouble with.
Stealth. You don't,
Turtle,
you don't
it's in
get
my
it.
area.
If one franchise raises their price and there's another franchise nearby, you're just going to go to the one that's cheaper. Most people are. So just that one
It's the
franchise is going to lose
company.
out, not Subway as a whole. Just that franchise is going to lose out on
The
profit,
thing is,
not
franchises
Subway
can't
as a whole.
usually-
Subway as a whole. I don't care if they can or can't up the price. It doesn't matter if they're allowed to by their contract or not allowed to by their contract. The simple fact is, if there's two Subways within the same distance from you, let's say there's two Subways a mile from you, one's east and one's west. One of them,
One's
it's
$20,
$14
one's
for your
$15.
sub. The other one, yeah, one's like $14, one's $12. Well, obviously, you're gonna choose to go to the $12 one if the only thing you're going to do is to go to Subway.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't be a huge issue if the subways within a 15-mile radius weren't all owned by the same franchise.
Yeah. Now, again, though, if there's not another one, you're gonna be like, well, shit, it's way too expensive to go to Subway. I'm just not gonna go. I'm gonna go
go to
somewhere
a local
else.
mom
So-
and pop shop. They're usually
So again, that Subway franchise is losing out on profits, and it's specific to that franchise losing out on profits. Yes, the Subway company loses a little bit on that, but if Subway as a whole is losing money across the board, across all franchises, that is different than just one or two or handful of franchises upping their price.
My point
Well,
still stands.
Another thing is, if they're
It
calling
also
all
might
these
have something
meetings,
to do
they
with the
might
fact that
people can't
They're
afford to
slicing
go and
benefits for some of
get
their
Subway
employees.
anymore. They have to go get the sandwich
Yes.
fixings themselves and make it.
People can't afford to go to Subway anymore because a $5 footlong is now $12.
Yeah, that's
And
the
that
main
literally
reason
it
they
all-
did it in the first
It
place.
all boils down to that.
Here's a secret. Go to your local grocery store, buy a clearance foot-long French bread, buy lunch meat.
Yep.
Now
And
you can make your own damn
I gotta
sub.
tell you, Subway just makes it better for some reason.
Because they have a toaster. So do I.
I'll fucking toast you.
Sorry, I have to drive tonight. You can.
What are you whining for? You little baby. Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, you was a cool boy. So, just completely random question out of the blue. Who else here has a pet?
I live
Well,
with a
keep
pet.
your mind
And your
on
child
yours
doesn't
first.
count.
I think
I
children
wasn't
should count.
talking about my kid. I was talking about my cat.
Kid,
I'm
cat,
sure
same
you heard
difference.
him howling at the top of his
Man,
lungs
when-
because he can't break out of the window.
And
When is
breed with the
Elon
women.
Musk going to make cat girls?
Look,
Never.
he's about to
What-
get Google,
Oh, man.
okay?
Hang on.
Give him a break. He's about to own Google.
Just
Wait,
imagine
what?
if, I swear, if what you're saying is true.
There is actually a deal between him and the owner of Google going on.
God,
Oh.
Musk is gonna run the fucking country at this rate. Everyone's gonna get a Tesla,
Dude,
whether they want
No,
one
that
or
would be
not.
fucking awesome, actually.
Oh no, that would actually be awesome.
Google would stop being so fucking stupid with their shit.
Yes.
Turtle.
Like, I'll tell you
Remember what
something
happened when
after
he bought out
podcast.
Twitter?
I can't. Yeah, it got a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
Very
there's still
fast.
the
In
asshole
theory.
people on there, but there's a lot of
Not in
people on
theory.
it.
Literally, before Musk bought Twitter, if you went into the comment section of literally any political post, and I'm just using that as an example, any political post, there would be thousands of obvious bots saying, "Oh, if this doesn't happen, if you don't pay off my student loans, I'm leaving the country. My whole family is leaving the country," and like stupid shit like that. There were thousands of them, all using the
still there.
same format, the same basic info. They're
They are
not.
still there.
There are some, but there is a hell of a lot less of them. Now, if I go to a political post and I look in the comments, it's real fucking people talking shit about what. It's never people being like, "Yeah, I support this person." It's always people being like, "Yeah, fuck you, I don't like you." No matter
Which
what
is
political
not
post it
any
is.
better.
No, but it is better that it is real fucking people instead of
Yeah.
automated bots just filling it with garbage.
I
See-
refuse
see,
to
then you
believe
can
that
point
anyone
at
that
those
uses Twitter
people
long
and
term
laugh.
is a real person. Fight me.
Oh my god, Stealth.
It's like with Redditors, for God's sake. They're not
So
people.
Reddit.
They're
Oh
goblins.
man. Okay, there's
Oh God, I want
there's
Elon
something
to
with
buy
Reddit
Reddit
that
now.
Please
oh that'd be
no.
awesome actually. Reddit.
Oh, I'm gonna
Be
sit
like,
back and enjoy this one.
r/Tesla 423 or something like that. For every
So
subreddit.
Reddit a while back decided that they were going to start charging for API access, meaning if someone wants to
That I didn't hear
access
of.
data from. Yeah, well, that's because you're not a developer, so that's
I said I
understandable.
did.
Oh, you did. Oh, I thought you said didn't. Anyway, but they were like deciding to start charging literal outrageous prices if someone wanted to make like a third-party app to display Reddit
Mhm.
in a better or different way. I think that ended up going through and literally killed off all alternative apps for Reddit.
Didn't stop them from trying to revolutionize, though.
No. But that was like outrageous price. Like they were trying to charge a free open source thing that just integrated with the API. They were trying to charge them like millions monthly. Which
I
is
think
just
Reddit should
insane.
Be fucking bankrupted at this point for that shit.
That's why
Yeah,
I
that-
don't run a subreddit.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't,
so yeah.
I don't really go on Reddit a lot.
The price would have been 24 cents per 1,000 API requests. Would have ended up costing $2 million a month.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck?
for just the one app, right? The one alternative app.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Applications such as
Yeah.
Apollo can make more than 7 billion requests a month, which would have ended up costing $2 million per month, as an example.
Yeah, so that was like outrageous. That was a while back. I don't know for sure if they ended up going through with the new pricing or if they gave up on it.
I don't think
I
they
don't
did. I
remember.
haven't heard a lot of talk about it since then.
I thought they doubled down on it at first, at least.
They
Uh,
did,
la-
they
la-
did,
last I
and then
heard,
they
I
got
think-
Last I
massive
heard, they
pushback.
doubled down on it, and then every fucking subreddit started shutting down, closing their doors for a day, and Reddit started banning the moderators of subreddits and taking over the subreddits with their own hired moderators.
Yeah.
God.
I remember hearing about that.
Holy
Invasion of the Reddit Snatchers.
Yeah, Reddit was a fucking. it was just blank. You couldn't access anything on it for like a few days at least. Yeah, there's a lot of fun little things that have happened around the world that I know of, and
I
Your
wouldn't
idea
exactly
of
call
fun is
that
not
fun.
the same as mine.
well, it's interesting at least.
That is fair.
Interesting, yes. Fun, no.
Anything else anyone wants to touch on real quick here?
I was gonna say, there's
Like
a
any
shit ton
new-
of games was announced earlier this week.
Any new like VR hardware maybe that you know of or heard of or would like to see? I don't know.
Well, as I said, Crime Scene Cleaner was only launched like a week ago. That's a fun one. Cleaning up dead bodies. There's apparently going to be an Act 2 coming out, too.
Visceral Cleanup. That was the name of the game.
Clean up detail, yeah.
It's Viscera Cleanup
Viscera
Detail.
Cleanup Detail?
I've only played that game like 2 or 3 times because I bought the game to play with some people, went to join them, and there was one person in the group that didn't like me. I still don't know why, but this person just did not like me. So everyone else just agreed to kick me out and not let me play. And I'm sitting here like, dude, I just fucking bought this game for like $25 and I can't even play it. Fuck it. Fuck you then.
Well, I think at
So
some
I've
point you also
literally-
tagged along with me and Vampy. And I keep getting
don't
frustrated
think
because
so.
I kept knocking over the fucking mop bucket.
Yeah, we played. Did we play like 1 round of it at some point?
We played a couple.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we.
I know I played. I played with another friend of mine, Little Sarcastic Rebel. I played with her and her friends once. That was a blast.
Wow.
It's fun to do those cleanup games together. Just
You
chaos.
and me with Power Wash Simulator.
Oh,
What's that one that just came out like a year ago? Everyone's been playing it, and it's like, it's like apocalyptic. You're like wearing a hazmat suit.
Lethal Company?
Yeah, that one.
It's not
it's not a
cleanup as
cleanup
much as it is
thing.
a scavenging, but I see
No,
your
it's
point.
not a cleanup game, but a friend of mine and also my girlfriend has been telling me it's just like, hey, you should probably buy this. It's actually not bad. I watched
It's
a little bit
essentially
of
the
it, and I
Skyrim of 2023 because it is a modder's paradise.
I saw a modding kit, and someone put Freddy Fazbear in there as one of the enemies, and this guy can snap
Freddy
your neck.
Fazbear, Herobrine.
Oh.
What else is there?
Fuck.
I think somebody put in Scream at one point.
Shit.
I don't know. I just remember I watched the Goons play it, like Soup and McNasty and all those guys.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't
It
usually
was
play
so
much
funny.
other than VR chat anymore, unless someone
need
wants me to
to-
play something. And no one ever asks me to play games with them, so I'm just in VR.
Motherfucker,
Bro, I just
Vampy
have
and I
solitaire.
been trying.
Yeah.
You have not asked me to play anything with you at any specific point. You just said, "Hey, we should play this
Not
game
the
at
last
some
2
point."
months because I gave up.
Yeah, it's hard to get you to play
Still,
another game when you keep
when you
denying
guys
us.
ask me to play another game, you ask me.
When you're drinking and you're drunk as fuck on VR chat.
Which is
Yeah.
almost all the
Turtle on Sundays
time.
would be awesome though.
If you fucking message me and be like, "Hey, do you want to play this game tonight while I'm working?" I'll probably be like, "Fuck yeah, why the hell not? I've got nothing going on." But no one ever does that. They're just like, "Hey, do you want to play this game right fucking now?" And I'm usually in VR already, and I don't want to get out of VR.
I gave you the window. You just couldn't get off the headset because of how drunk you were.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's damn near inconvenient for
Hello,
me to
child.
just take
Can I
the
help
headset
you?
off.
calling
I will turn your show on in a
calling
bit.
Turtle the child.
No, my
Goo goo
child
gaga!
and accidentally bonked her my wand because I can't see her. You start using the camera.
I'm a
instead.
baby. Goo goo gaga.
Don't make me get the melatonin.
I actually,
Force feed it to me.
I have some in my cupboard right now.
Man, what if someone accidentally took melanin instead of melatonin?
Oh god. That'd be a whole
did you
other thing to
barbecue
wake
if
up
not
to.
the cemetery? What that? John,
Anyway,
what was
so I
that?
think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up now.
Don't do that again.
We've kind of run out of stuff to talk about. So once again, this has been the Beyond Pixels podcast.
Actually, hang on. I've got one
We're-
more question
We
for you.
should play more games together.
I haven't gotten the chance to ask you. What other odd encounters have you had during your DJing times? Because there was a one chick that made a bunch of people flash her, boy or girl. What other things have been going on
Yeah,
since then?
that is the weirdest one so far. There's that's really the weirdest one. I mean, I could tell you some drama from last night at the bar, but I'm gonna keep that off of Twitch. So, anyway, so this has been episode 38 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. You can find us on Twitch under Turtle01 every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find every previous episode on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we did get a comment from someone on YouTube recently, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that comment and
Oh, yeah. Read it to us.
yeah. So let me find it here.
Oh, wow. Finally, y'all are starting to interact with us. Great. You're making me proud.
Yay.
Now, bring your friends.
So,
We need more people.
This was on episode 36, the VR chat guidelines.
Wait, that was last week, wasn't it?
I think. Oh no!
No, last week was the pickup
nope, I clicked on the wrong one. Let me find it.
Colonel. Can't have silence on the podcast. Come on.
I'm trying.
I will leave my mic on just so my child fills the void.
Okay, here it is. Okay, YouTube was being weird. So this was on the. This was on the episode 36, the VR chat guidelines, and it was Oogly Boogly Man commenting, saying, "Well, it looks like I need to go listen to the other 35 episodes because this is good."
King.
Hey, all right. There you go.
Hey.
Yep, I replied on that. So, hey, if you see this one and you watched all the way through, leave another comment. Join the Discord.
Absolutely.
Come hang out.
If you're watching
Tell your family,
this
tell your friends.
next week, Turtle, I don't know
Next
what
week
time
we're going into
Science. Science.
Yep, next week
Science.
we're talking about science.
You know what? You got to title
No,
Science
because
for
I
the
mean, if they're
Science
wa-
God.
hang on.
That's the title
What
of
it
the
means if they're
stream.
watching it on YouTube?
Bill Nye the
I
Science.
don't know if they've seen
Science
it on Twitch.
guy.
No, Science for the Science God.
Anyway,
Respect the
let
point.
me keep doing
Wait,
my
what
spiel
now?
and we can get out of here.
Wait, one more
I said
time,
Science
Stealth.
for the
What
Science
did you say?
God.
I'll
more
wait
time
till
still?
we're done because it pretty much has to do with the end of the stream anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So, again, episode 38. Find us on Twitch, YouTube. Join the Discord. Give us ideas for what we should talk about. Maybe even come on and talk about a topic that you're passionate about. If you like
Puppet
fidget
shows over there.
spinners, we can talk about fidget spinners for a whole episode. I don't care.
Or the fact that
We're
you
going to end up
own
talking
so
about fidget
many.
spinners for a whole episode at some point.
We are going to end up talking at least
I don't want to be
toys.
bringing up TwitchCon.
We're at least at some point. I'm expecting toys. I'm expecting toys
Anyway,
at some point.
so
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and do the thing we always do at the end of every episode because these motherfuckers are here helping out and talking about weird shit and random shit and dealing with my dumb ass. So I let them shill themselves.
He doesn't pay us, by the way.
Chill.
Not yet.
I'm paying
day,
you an
though.
exposure.
Shut
I feel like
the
I'm
fuck
paying
up.
him half
Fucking
the time.
Karen.
Taking the ticket though, y'all can.
Jesus.
Okay, all right. Let me get back together. Oh my god, y'all can find me on twitch.tv/DeltaFox. My schedule over the last few weeks has been extremely inconsistent, but I will get to streaming again at some point. In the meantime, y'all can check out my archive. I'll see y'all as soon as I can.
And Vampire.
I obviously haven't been streaming for a while. I think no matter what, new PC or not, I'll get back into it around Halloween. Until then, you'll probably see me with other people like Turtle here, if he has more games he wants to actually fucking play. But you can find me at Sir_Bloodworth on Twitch. I might have to make a kick so I can start streaming there too at this rate.
And Circuitry.
I beat you to it. I actually have been going live on kick.com/circuitry/ and it's been actually not bad. Just chilling, relaxing, listening to some stuff, and actually getting to rant about whatever the hell I want. But if you want the podcast that I do, Madwire Podcast is on rumble.com. Just simply search the same name, SYRKATRII. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I am on Twitch. I don't use it anymore. And if you see me on TikTok, report that account because it's not me, because fuck TikTok.
They're the real NPC.
Okay. So, why are you making the turtle sound?
That's who the circuitry imposter is. It's just a turtle.
Oh my god.
Look, you should have seen.
What
It
is
just sounds like a
wrong with
little
you guys?
person getting shot with an arrow.
Turtle, we've been around you too long. That's what's wrong with us.
Yeah.
That does need
Let's
to
just
be
clarify
on
one
the
thing to end this
list.
episode out. There is no such thing as normal. If you know what normal is, tell me in the comments.
That's a fair thing.
Yeah, everyone's a weirdo.
Especially if you're in this chat.
True.
As long as you like fidget spinners and not in a weird way, you're cool in my
Interesting
don't-
question. Do you think weirdo eventually become a slur at some point?
Yes.
Possibly.
Nah. Anyway.
All right. Baby girl, come here. You say bye, chat.